Good morning, everybody. This is Sowore here. Saying good morning to all of you. Just arrived from Nigeria yesterday, and I wanted to catch up with everybody to say, hey, we arrived safely back here in the U.S. And also, that was after a tour again of several states, cities, villages, town hall meetings in Nigeria, and we're back here now just for a few days, and one of it is to do a fundraiser in Dallas and then Calgary, and then we'll be back to Nigeria. But I know you guys have missed the broadcast. You've missed traveling with us on the road. You've missed asking your questions, and you've missed those interesting encounters with security agencies in Nigeria who love to harass us. But for us, there's no giving up and there's no looking back. And just want to catch up today. If you have any questions, I want to make sure I answer all your questions. I want to make sure that I greet all of you. I want to give my special shout out to our team members on the ground in Nigeria who have been traveling tirelessly and relentlessly with us day and night. On one occasion, one of our crew or two of our crew members traveled 19 hours between Makodi and Lagos, just so that we catch up for another town hall event. So yes, everything is going well. I have to report to you we're doing fantastically well, and I know we haven't been able to answer some questions, but here you are today. We'll take your questions and we'll answer them. If you have any questions, please. Do you say someone say you can't hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear, please? If you can hear me, let me know. Can you hear me loud and clear? Someone say you can't hear me. Can you hear me loud and clear? Good afternoon, Ayo. Yes, can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, if you're checking in with us, please try and let me know where you're checking in from. Tell me where your city and town is. Good morning, Olu. That's good to be back here. I hope to see you before we go back. Ben Faye Stone, good to see you. Uyi Makanaki, take it back, everyone. Yes, we can. Yes, we can take our country back, and we are going to take our country back. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. It is too late now. Yes, she said you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you, Olu, for confirming that. So already it's less than 5 minutes. We have 266 viewers. That's amazing. Good morning from New York. Well, I'm not in New York City today. I'm somewhere at the back of New York. Actually, I'm today in New Jersey, so that's where I'm reaching you from. I will be moving around a lot while here in the U.S., and I'll be back in Nigeria. Please share across all boundaries. Share across all boundaries. Make sure you share this broadcast to your friends. Folks, let them hear us loud and clear wherever they may be or they may want to be. Nejo, it's good to see you. That's from Berlin, Germany. Great guy from there. Take it back, Olu. Yes, action is happening. Petra, good morning from Athens. Simeon Oluwatobi Emmanuel, Sicily in Italy. Amazing. Raw Omoy, you're watching from Accra, Ghana. Etiseng. Uche Chuku, you say you're watching from UAE. Elizabeth Betalade is watching from Russia. Wow, good evening. It's 280 now, yes. We have 316. Power, just watching us. Olusegun Oludayo. When are you coming to Abu Dhabi? Very soon, we're planning that. Everyone, please share. Denzel, Eku Sehi, Sylvester, Martins Weeze. He said, talk about Rami Wo. What's the problem with the AC? There's no problem. Ben, Stone, Germany. Adele Kegbero, thank you so much all the time. Adeshegun Ogundeji just joined us. AAC, take it back. Yes, Comrade Alex is watching. Welcome Tommy Geneva, you're watching live from Geneva, Switzerland. Dale Chuck Davis, where are you watching from? That's I'm just kidding. Watching from Italy's Martin with Prince Benjamin. Take it back. Emmanuel Norom, you're watching from UAE. King's Ed's Victoria, Spain. Steve Best, me and my entire family are for you. We too, we're for you. We're all family now. Good Dave, this from Church Emmanuel Alexander from Spain. Good afternoon. You're checking in from Lagos. Ayorinde Henry. Omo Quinte me. Bamidele Okusaga. Said involve women. Yes, we have a lot of women now. Elias, great Elias comrades, you are watching from Lagos. I can bet you are. Yes, I'm getting some rest. Yes, the merited favor crown. JAK, what's happening with Pact Coalition, Mr. Sowore, UK here. JAK, nice to see you. San Diego, California, dear Chuck Davis. Thank you. Peter Odefemi is watching. Akin Umi Jolawo is watching from Vancouver, Canada. Coyote Steven. Okay. Patience Charles Kwache watching from Adamawa State in Nigeria. Stand with you from Sweden. Promise Simon. Simon was supposed to be in Sweden. We couldn't make it. Sorry about that. Uyi Makanaki. When are you going to visit the Oba of Benin? We have applied to Oba of Benin twice, and we will visit him very soon as we get the go ahead to do so. We don't know who is blocking the application, but if you are watching us Oba Tokpeye, we want to see the Oba of Benin, and we heard he's a good person, he's a good man. Don't block us from meeting with him. Don't be buying his palace and giving it to failed politicians to make appearances. The Oba needs to see real people, right? Lion, Austin, and Hanire. Elizabeth Olume said, much love to you too. Soji Adeusi, King's Ed. Yeah, God will protect you, says Usman Muazo. Yani Ayo Ogundimo. Yes, 4 trillion naira NNPC cannot account for it. Lifeless leadership. Stephen Adeola Olagunju, you're watching from London. Good to see you. Steve Best. Yes, we are going to win next year. And no Hayi Precious, you're watching from Baltimore. It says, all the sunny, take it back. Ida Hagmon Alex. Yeah, regards to you. Bukola Aziz, that's London. I know some of you now. Juliet, who we love, you're watching from Italy. He said, Eunice, what that sounds like a Benin name. Yes, Bola Jishola. Akanimu Sikiro. Abidemi Lonson, good to see you, Abidemi. Thanks for coming to meet us in Lagos at our underground secretariat there. All the sunny. Sebobo. Yes, Soji, thank you so much. Michael Femi, AAC, African Action Congress, take it back. Gani Adewuyi, nice for joining. Thanks for joining us. Delta State wants to see you. We're coming soon. Yes, Andrew Osayowen, digital president. Yes, we're all digital people now. No more room for analog people. Prince Daniel, thank you for your prayers. Buki Shonibari, Buki, I haven't seen your hand. Buki, we need you in this campaign. One of Nigeria's best is Buki Shonibari. I'll say it any day. Toyin that I will do. We need you. We need you, Toyin. You know, Toyin is electricity whiz kid. We need them to come give us light in Nigeria. Yes, share. Yes, that's what Louis is saying. Dr. Nola is watching. I'm just greeting all of you because Kenny Kalejaye, that's my great friend and a member of the Take It Back movement there. Adeola, nice one to you too. Francis P. Edo, yes, thank you. Izuna Adnosike, yes, I see you are donated. Thank you. Please continue to donate and support us. We need your support. We have no Godfathers and we'll discourage anyone from joining us. Thank you. So some of you have questions. Please, you can start sending your questions. I'll keep greeting people who are joining fresh. We're at 470, 480. What I want to do today, we want to do an experiment today. We will not start taking questions until we reach 600. How about that? 600 people watching, then we'll start taking questions. 600. I mean, look at what has happened to us in less than 6 months. Well, maybe more than 6 months now. We started like a joke, as they usually like to say in Lagos. February 23rd was our first town hall meeting. And what's today? Is it August? Oh my goodness, we're already at 505. We're going to take questions when we reach 600. 600, keep sharing until we reach 600. Keep sharing. We have to show to these people that we have support. We have support on the ground and at home. We have support everywhere. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Special Laura. Adedakwa Dedokun. Thank you. Olu, did you say we reach 600? Should we just lift? Should we make it more than 600? I want to start taking questions when we reach 600. Rural people, yes, we have been meeting rural people. We went to Makodi, went to that. You remember we stopped somewhere before we reached Makodi that day where we met. People we thought didn't even know about us. Refugees, well, they call them internally displaced people in Nigeria. Amazing. Airport issue is what Olu is asking for. Olu, I'm not addressing anything until we reach 600, so keep sharing. Keep sharing. We'll address the airport issue because there was an airport incident on our way into the US where the airport people, as usual, they like to do that to us. They will know who we are. They will say, hey, you know, they'll be talking among themselves, that's Sowore and his people, and then they'll go and do a meeting to attack us. But we have to keep ensuring that we don't yield any ground. We do not yield ground until we win. You know, Pigeon Lewis, it's nice to see you. Says Felix, did you say poor volume? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to. Can you? Okay, it's not supposed to have poor volume. I thought I was using an earpiece. If you can't hear me very well, please let me know so that I can move closer to the phone. It's good. So we can make it 1K. We are 572, but I'll start taking questions from 600. Just share to all your followers. We'll reach 1,000 easily. That's not a big deal. Maybe today will be the first time we'll do an experiment where we move the number of viewers to 1,000. But I want you to ask your questions. I'll start taking questions from when we reach 600. We have 568. You know, let's go to 1,000. That's what Binova is saying. So keep sharing on your timeline until we reach. Yes, that's the global campaign galvanizing worldwide. That's true. That's true. Better now, you said. So you can hear me better now. Thank you so much. I'll start taking questions when we reach 600. We had 574. We had 582. Yes. I did Tilewa. I did Tomiwa. Why didn't you guys join AAC? Sorry, I have something on my lips. You should join the reigning party, right? I'm doing well. Giovanna Rasta. I'm doing well. Adeboale Tinubu is watching. Bukola Assis. Take it back. Anthony Onyeka. Oluwabumi. Adewale. Taiwo Junaid. You know, take it back. We at 590, 591, 591. Keep sharing. 596, 596, 596 is where we're at. Keep sharing. We're at 607. We are going to 1,000 today. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. But let's start taking questions. If you have questions, start firing your questions because we are 615 right now. Joe Igbokwe is watching. Can you imagine that? Joe Igbokwe, my great friend Joe Igbokwe, who is APC spokesperson in Lagos, is watching us. They have to watch us. Joe Igbokwe, nice man. He is a good man until he started following the old ragged people. You know, Buhari. Joe Igbokwe, I can't believe it, and I will never allow you to get lost. You've been a good man from our days fighting against Babangida. I don't know what you are doing with Buhari. Buhari has nothing left to offer. You know, he's out of life. That's what Donald Trump said. You know, I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but if Donald Trump says somebody is lifeless, well, and he has not denied it, you know, you gotta take that serious because he's the last person to see Buhari apart from his doctors. So they are just imposing Buhari on Nigeria, knowing that the man is done. You know, so are you smart man for dumping Erami Ho out of APC? Erami Ho, that assuming you mentioned Mega Comrade. And, Mega Comrade is our friend. I have not been able to reach him to find out what's happening, just so that people know we don't have state chairman yet. So I don't know where they got the impression from that one Kabaka is a state chairman of Edo State. We haven't done congresses. Congresses will happen, I think, on September 22nd. So there's nothing like that. So we have not chosen any chairman anywhere in Nigeria. We're going to release a list of our pro tem officers soon. Yes, we are approaching 700. So yes, so some people want to have questions. Can you please keep asking your question? Well, I don't want to attack anyone. Anybody that's done and joined our movement. I think there's some kind of disagreements between Mega Comrade and people who are his foes and friends, and some of them precede Take It Back and AAC. We'll try to find out what's going on, but we don't want anybody to be distracted. Mega Comrade has got a platform and he's got a fundamental right to express himself. Like I said, I'll try and reach out to him. I see him as a good person. There probably disagreement he had with other people before even Take It Back started. He claims or says that people have been lying against him. We don't know. We don't know what's happening. And like I said, we just arrived Lagos yesterday, and we're looking forward to finding out what exactly is going on. But what is most important is how we will defeat the old guards, not side issues. We can't afford to be fighting and be distracted by petty personal issues. No, this is a very serious movement, a serious party, and we'll continue to respect concerns raised by our members or supporters. But you all know that we came from a background where we said we want to defeat the old guards. We cannot replace those old godfathers. We can't create our own godfathers within our party. So if anybody is coming to our party to become a godfather, you are in the wrong place. You have come to the wrong place. You have been backed into a wrong corner. It's not going to happen. We are going to all be equal before the law, and I will continue to ask for your support. Thank you so much. We are at 690. 600. Keep sharing until we reach 1,000 today. When we reach 1,000, it would have reached a major landmark. When we reach 1,000. So our focus, yes, you're right. Our focus must be how to defeat the lifeless leadership in Nigeria. That's the most important thing to us, not the petty squabbles of who eats which meat inside the plate. Those kind of things. We are above and beyond that. And like I said, we'll look into any concerns you might have, even at those levels. We are at the national level, and this is a global movement, and we have support everywhere, all the way to Australia, Japan. We have Sweden, we have Berlin. We have Germany. We have a series of groups in Italy. People who are selfless and committed. We just got people from Malaysia, Singapore recently. We just came from South Africa, and in Nigeria, we have been almost everywhere. Done 29 states now. I couldn't make it to the 29th one, which was Ekiti, but you all know that we have been all over the place. And based on logistics, that's a joke I caught while I was in Nigeria. Based on logistics, we have now gotten to a point where a lot of the other candidates, you remember I told you guys that when we started, and you said, oh, I'm worried about other young candidates. A lot of the younger candidates, great young candidates, they are starting to pack up. We are getting to a point where boys are being separated from men. Respectfully, knowing that the agenda we have, our push, our reach, and our passion is not what you can just take for granted. So a lot of them have decided to now, start packing up gradually and let the serious ones. All of them are serious. Don't let me use the word. All of them are serious, but clearly we have done a fantastic job marshalling our points. stating categorically that we are taking back Nigeria, and we have explained to Nigerians who we are taking Nigeria back from and where we are taking Nigeria to, who we will be with and who will not be with. Our message is very, very, very clear. You know, so we are not taking anybody for granted. We will not take anything for granted. That is the reason we can't afford to be distracted. We have 715 people watching at this point. We want to reach 1,000, so please keep sharing. When we reach 1,000, I'll tell you what we'll do next. So as a result, we need to talk about how to move Nigeria forward. We cannot move Nigeria forward with these lifeless leaders. By the way, Donald Trump is not the first to say that President Buhari is lifeless. You heard it first from me. You heard it first from Take It Back. It's the reason we came out. We know that the man has nothing else to offer. They are just using him as a folder so that the cabal can be ruling in the back end, you know, using all kinds. That's why there's a lot of propaganda around him, but they would never, never, never present him to say anything. I challenged them recently, let's have a debate. Nobody could answer me, not even all his aides. Some of them started proposing that if I want to have a debate, they have other people. No, I'm not debating anybody else, but not even the vice president. The vice president will debate our own vice presidential, our running mate. The person I want to debate is the president himself. I'm not debating vice presidents. Let them bring Buhari out. Let us discuss the future of Nigeria. We are not taking anything less than that. If they don't want to debate, well, they may not debate. That's their problem. But it is time for them, for us to force them out of hiding. We are 777, 777, significant, cool. 77, okay, drop to 774. Keep sharing until we reach 1,000, please. Keep sharing. So I knew it. Not only did I say it, I have been reporting consistently for when I was still very active a reporter from Sahara Reporters that President Buhari was sick and that he was going to spend 4 months in the hospital the year that time he did it. But people didn't believe us at that time. They don't believe, even some people still don't believe now, because a lot of people have been brainwashed. You know, they've used nepotism, tribalism, they're using religion to confuse people. But we have been there. We are there. We've been to the northern part of Nigeria, and the people there also want to climb out of poverty. They want to climb out of this lifelessness. They don't want to be refugees in their own land anymore. It is the reason why we can't afford to even accept anything less than the best in 2019. And we have marshaled our position. We've traveled around. Everybody will tell you that they don't understand where we are getting our energy from. They don't understand. We're not getting energy from anywhere. We're getting energy from the passion of our people to be free. Everywhere we go to, we go with no police. People come out en masse to embrace us. They talk to us. They say, we've been waiting for you. You know, we had 817 viewers, people, 817. Our goal is to reach 1,000 today. That is a marathon that we must go for. And by the way, you know, you also must have watched when they started talking about him doing, President Buhari doing 800 meters. And then Atiku went and brought his own treadmill photo. In that treadmill, you could see that Atiku was not sweating. How can somebody run 1 mile and is not sweating? Maybe it was a treadmill running and Atiku was just playing on top of it. I don't know. That's why I had to bring out my own photographs and evidence to show that these people are not even fit compared to where we are. So we are mentally fit, physically fit, intellectually fit, economically sound, and all of what you need as Nigerians to have a leader that can represent your interests, not these destiny kidnappers, 10%ers, not, you know, collaborators and connivers, you know, who have balkanized and destroyed our economy. Whatever it is, we have it. And we have a lot of good people. We have not even unveiled our team. We haven't unveiled our team. We have a lot of great people who are sound. You know, some of them really young, active, brilliant, innovative Nigerians. We have them. They are working for us. They are working with us. And they are the ones that are making things happen. But they don't want to claim any glory. They don't want to be out there saying, "Oh, I'm the one doing it." No, that's the reason we are careful when people say, "Well, I own something." Nobody owns Take It Back or AAC. We all own it. Nigeria just recently registered 23 political parties. If I ask any one of you to name anyone but AAC, you can't find anybody. They said no volume. Okay, I don't know if this volume issue is. Let me know if you're hearing me better now, please. I had to remove the earpiece I had, or maybe that was what was standing in the way of volume. So we have everything that is required in terms of support. We have sound, very sound team members who are able to, right? So why is it that we have to continue to live in bondage when we have already seen freedom? Why do we want to continue to live in darkness when we have seen light? Why do we want to continue to live in sickness when we have seen health? Why do we want to continue to live in ignorance when we have a chance to take a stab at high quality education? Why do we want to continue to be dying on highways across Nigeria when we have a chance at constructing new ones? Why do we want to continue to live in penury when there is prosperity? Why do we want to continue to live in war when we have a chance at peace? These are the questions you must ask yourself. We have reached 862 viewers. That means we are very close to 900, and we are going only to 1,000 today. We are at 874. So, yes, I was asking, can you create a database for cultists and fraudsters? That's easy. We just need to make sure that everybody that's arrested in Nigeria for any crime has his fingerprint taken, and we have a national database for fingerprint, such that if they are rearrested or they're about to leave the country, somebody can detect them at the exit, or when they are rearrested, you can tell in which crime they're involved in. Or you have fingerprint experts. If someone is killed or there's armed robbery, they take it and you can easily detect. That's how it is done elsewhere. These tools are so easy and cheap to find now and to apply that it's a crime that Nigeria hasn't even reached that point yet. We should not be talking about this. You know, you guys heard how I talked a lot about South Africa, where South Africa is now compared to where we are and where we should be. You know, so it's just an opportunity that we're wasting our lives. That's what we're doing. By our own design, we have been wasting away. But we have a chance to catch a breath. We have a chance and a stab at progress right in front of us. It's right there. It's right there, standing in front of us. And we must make it happen. That's why we presented ourselves and we have asked others to challenge us. We are at 908. 908 is where we are. Thank you. Take it back, people. This shows that this is how we're going to win this election. They think it's a joke. It's 900, and I fell back to 900, but we want to do 1,000. So if you're sharing, we just fell back from 908 to 800 and something. But keep sharing until we get to 1,000. We have 913. So keep pushing, keep pushing. When do we expect our vice president? We're going to do that soon. We're looking. If you have suggestions, we're looking for anyone, for that matter, who is capable, competent, who is sound, who can be part of our team to make Nigeria become one of the greatest countries on the continent of Africa. We want to make Nigeria the greatest country on the continent of Africa. Are you going into coalition with other parties? We already have 2 parties who've indicated that they will join us. 2 of them are new parties. We've gotten calls from several other parties, new parties, some old parties who say they want to join us. But we're checking on their background so that we don't make the mistake of the kind of coalition that they have now with the PDP, the cup of sorrow or cup of confusion coalition. By the way, have you heard about the coalition ever since they started? I told you guys that coalition is dead on arrival, and that's what has happened. We are the only people in town that is speaking to the desire of our people to have total freedom. Those people in the refugee camps or internally displaced camps, they want to go home. They want to regain their homelands back, their farmlands. The people displaced by Boko Haram, they want to go home. They want to get rid of Boko Haram, but our officers are making a killing out of the system. They have no intention of ending the war. You know, all those young people have no jobs. They want to get jobs, and we have a solution for it. We are the only ones talking about using solar energy to provide electricity to the tune of 4,500. That's 4.5 gigawatts of electricity. They're doing it in Morocco. Why can't we do it? You know, we want to reconstruct our roads. And by the way, if anybody is lying to you, right, that there is some kind of road construction happening in Nigeria, is all lies. We traveled by land all the time, and the roads are horrible, horrible roads. I am not saying that they are not doing some, just like every government will do during the election cycle. They will mobilize contractors to go and do 2 kilometers, then the rest. They did something like that between Ibadan and I think it's between Ibadan and Ogbomoso. They are constructing a road in the bush somewhere, but the entire construction that has taken place in about 3 years since they came is not more than 4 kilometers. But they will take a picture of that 4 kilometers and they say, oh, this is progress. No, that is not progress. By the way, we are at 999. We are at 1K. 1K, that is 100, that is 1,000 viewers. We've never reached this point before. We just reached it. We've reached it. We've reached that point that we've been talking about. We wanted to use it to test how committed our people are. And we can see it. That, no, we're not joking. The people are not joking. They're talking about the future of Nigeria. And everybody is on board with us. Everybody is on board with us. Look at it and think about it this way. We don't have money to pay the mainstream media. They rarely even interview us these days. But look at where we are. Nobody will tell you that they don't know us, even though that has become their recent talk. You know, the trolls will come, oh, they don't know you, Sowore, they don't know you. The question is, do you know the thieves? Well, if you know them and they have robbed your future, it's time to find out the people who have been fighting against the thieves. Time to know them. But truth is that you know us, because I have been around for 29 years. Yes. Going to 30, fighting the battles of my life to make Nigeria a better place. And you have been doing that. So many of you have been doing that. We've reached 1,000 viewers. Congratulations to everyone who made it possible for us to reach 1,000 viewers. 1,000 viewers is something that is a big goal when it comes to Facebook, because even sometimes you go on the pages of CNN, and even Donald Trump is doing live streaming. It's around 2,000, and that's a country, the US, where they have internet, great internet. Here, just in less than 30 minutes, we reached 1,000 viewers. Fantastic. Anyways, please get your PVC. The PVC will be closing in a few days. We fought, by the way, to ensure that there is an extension of the PVC. That's what's it called? The registration of voters. They call it continuous voter registration. We had to go and fight, you know, because we only know how to fight. We only know how to fight for things that are right for Nigerians. When they detain a journalist, we have to fight. When they detain those women in the southeast, we had to issue a strong statement, and they had no option. Alongside others, they released them. So we're fighters. Thank you so much. We'll keep fighting for you, and we'll keep fighting for ourselves to have a better country. We don't have any reason to be in the condition that we're in. We don't have any reason to be slaves in other people's country, or to be, you know, domestic servants in Ghana or shoe shiners. We have a country that could contain all of us, that should have been a great country, where we are only supposed to come to some of these countries on vacation. But look at how they left Nigeria. Nigeria is left broken, destroyed, and on top of that, some people callously want to impose on Nigeria a lifeless president. And this is not the first time they've done this. Interestingly, they did it before. They once imposed a lifeless president on Nigeria. That was Yaradua. He was imposed on Nigeria for 5 months. Yaradua was brain dead. They kept lying that he was in the greatest shape of his life. They even at a point said they saw him at the library. They said saw him playing with birds. At that point, Yaradua was dead. You know, everybody participated in deceiving us at that time, except, of course, for a few of us. our judiciary refused to allow then President and Vice President Jonathan to get a stab at the presidency. The National Assembly, in cahoot with the Yaradua cabal, it was just a few of us that kept fighting until they had no option than to bring Yaradua home. And when Yaradua came home, they still kept it secret. The same people that were lying at that time are working with Buhari, people like the Dambazu, who used to be the chief of army staff at that time. Yeah, so we've reached our 1,000 viewers goal today, and I really appreciate all of your help. You can share it once again so that we can get to 1,000. For those people who may be doubting us, keep sharing until we hit 1,000. It fell to 955, but I want us to get back to 1,000. That's the experiment we're doing today. Just make sure that we are very clear. We are very clear that we have real organic support. And just us, we don't do sponsor. We can't afford to sponsor, posts as many as some of our opponents. As much as most of our opponents can do. We're just using our own organic reach. Everybody that you're seeing here is real. Nobody paid them to be here. And that's the way we have been conducting our town hall meetings. People who come to our town hall meetings are real people. And there are people who believe in a new Nigeria that we have said will make happen come next year. But today is a conversation that is all over the place, just to discuss and let you know that we're strongly on the ground. And so somebody's asking how we're planning to reach Northerners. We're actually reaching Northerners more than anybody else. We just came back. We've been to places like Benikebi, Argungu, Sokoto. Our Sokoto brothers and sisters have asked us to come back and do a major rally in Sokoto of real organic people, not hired crowds. Because that's what they do. They impoverize people, they turn them poor, and then they go to their camps and ferry them to go and greet or welcome somebody, and then they took over the wrong way. So just quickly to discuss the issue of the police incident that happened the day we were arriving, which was 3 days ago in Lagos. As you saw, as we're about to enter the Murtala Mohammed International Airport terminal, we were stopped rudely by security agencies who claimed that we have no right to display our post, not paste it. We just carried posters, we wore t-shirts, and after a while, we challenged them to provide us with the evidence in their own system that says you can't carry posters to the international airport terminal because they don't have. So they came back and apologized to us. They apologized to us that they don't have any of such rules, but they just were, some overzealous person. One of them even tried to smack down our phone. Yes, tried to destroy our phone. They apologized to us and eventually allowed all our people with their posters intact. What is funny about this is that we've seen some arguments, some of them superfluous arguments, saying that no, this is illegal, it's not true. When I travel, or when we travel to go to other parts of the world, we get received at the arrival lounge with people carrying banners and posters. In London, our people were not only carrying banners and posters, they were singing inside the arrival hall. It even attracted most of the security officials who came to us and said, oh, who are these people? The same thing in Canada. It was the same thing in South Africa. In South Africa, they were even beating, they were carrying drums, and the policemen were there. When we are departing, the same treatment is given to us. We had followed all the way to the departure line. People are allowed inside, we sing, we chant, take it back. But the moment we get to our country, it's war. But interestingly, these are the same people that allow Okada riders in Kano to encroach into the runway to welcome somebody because he was supporting APC. Okada riders were allowed to encroach onto the runway. You saw the pictures, and nothing was done about them. But those of us who are just carrying posters, legitimately to say, hey, this our candidate is traveling. Our aspirant is traveling. We are with him. Oh man, all hell broke loose. It is all designed to prevent us from having the kind of consciousness that we need, because they know that a lot of our supporters are Nigerians who live abroad and who live at home, who are conscious, and they want to suppress whatever they can. we went to a state, I think it was, I don't remember which particular state now, somewhere in Lagos. They start tearing our posters. They have no regard for us, and they don't want to allow us to spread our ideas to people because they know that we are not sharing money. We are not sharing money. We don't have a dime to give to anybody. We are giving people ideas, and people are buying into these ideas. They're spreading the message. So everybody saw the video, and we were not violent. We didn't touch anybody, but they smacked one of our crew members who was filming the encounter. They were very rude. They were uncouth. They were very aggressive towards us. And while we were there waiting, we saw at least 2 senators that came in with at least 7 people. Nobody stopped them. But the moment they see Sowore, oh no, everybody is cocking gun, you know. There's confusion everywhere. They've done it to me on the plane. I was arrested on the plane for filming the condition of a toilet. When they find out who I was, they all ran away. They, you know, try to harass me, you know, live streaming. When we go everywhere around the world, we live stream from the plane. You know, I came yesterday from Nigeria. When I arrived JFK, I was doing my live streaming. I was live streaming. It's not a crime. But in Nigeria, everything done by people who are not in position of authority and power, they will arrest you for it. You know, they're always after us, but we must keep resisting them. Any act of oppression must attract resistance. So you can trust us that we will never disappoint you. We'll keep resisting these guys. You know, when we went to the police headquarters to do peaceful protests, they tear gassed me. You know, they targeted my face and pepper sprayed me. We even caught the guy on tape. Nothing was done about it. So there will be a lot of attack on us. They will attack a lot of our people, but we ask our people to remain civil and you know, peaceful. There's no reason to counterattack. We are going to defeat these people hands down without shedding blood. There's no bloodshedding that will happen, but the revolution definitely will come. Yes. Thank you. So, we advise all the other young presidential aspirants, if your goal is to have a young person rule Nigeria who is competent, and you have been a presidential aspirant, it's time, it's time to join us. Don't be part of the people who are saying that the elders want a presidential aspirant that's acceptable to them. No. I'm never gonna. So just to explain to you guys, part of the reason why we pulled out of that presidential, they sent it to us at the meeting that they have met with some elders, and the elders said we should present a presidential aspirant that's acceptable to elders. No, we want a presidential aspirant that is acceptable to Nigerians, not elders. The elders have destroyed the country, and they have been using, you know, they have been using us as social experimentation for chaos, for poverty. We are not accepting it anymore. We don't want the elders. We want our country back. We want the citizens. You know, this idea of special elders, you know, stakeholders, as they call them, so we don't want that anymore. We want progress for Nigeria. So, with due respect, I am not going to be part of any group of people who want a presidential aspirant that is malleable to the elders. No. We want a presidential aspirant that can work for the Nigerian people, that will work for the Nigerian people, that will fight for you. And if necessary, we will fight the elders, because I have been fighting these elders for 29 years. The elders have nothing good in stock for you. The elders are waiting in the corner to select another person who will be bringing Nigeria money to them in their living room and sharing. That is what the elders are looking for. They are looking for civil servants. You know, they are looking for people who they can call and say, oh, you know, give waivers, and they will give, you know, who release this person, and they will release. We need a Nigerian president that can step on toes, both the toes of irresponsible elders, or, you know, young or old, whichever elder you call yourself, whether it's royal, religious, you know, whether it's temporal. We need a country that's working for us, not a country that's working for elders. The elders have had it so good, they should let us be. So that's our point. That's our point. We're at 1K. We have been consistent at 1K. I don't even know what 1K we're at, but it's obvious that we're doing well. So if you have any more questions, please ask. If there's any question you've asked that's keep my attention, please, you can repeat your question now. So yeah, please do not accuse any Edo people. Edo people are great supporters. What we have asked, we will look into what is happening in Edo, but we don't want to be distracted. It's you know, and just so that we answer those of you that are asking about certain individuals at Edo. We don't have a chairman in Edo State yet. We don't have any chairman anywhere. Please, we have reached 1,100 viewers. Amazing. Yes, somebody sent call Mega Comrade. I think I sent him a text message or WhatsApp message. We'll call him. Please, don't worry. It's not. Successive fella is dropping out of the race. I'm not aware. I don't know. We're focusing on our race. That's what we're focusing on. And we're doing very well. And we have to thank every one of you. We're coming to Australia, and that will be announced soon. You know. So yes, no distraction, please. We don't want to be distracted. We have 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory to cater to. We have several branches everywhere all over the world. We can't get stuck in one place, but we will look into it. We will address legitimate concerns, you know, that are happening. But my suspicion is that so many of these things have been brewing underneath the ground before even we came. I see an elder there, Sumi Smart Cole. I'm greeting you, Sumi Smart Cole. Is that great photographer who is well known in Nigeria. If he's watching us, you know, serious people are involved in this. Sumi Smart Cole. Love you, Baba. His banks, you need to visit Oba of Benin. I've said that we've applied to visit Oba of Benin twice. Someone there in the palace is not letting our letter reach the Oba. So please, if there's anybody in the palace who can help us talk to the Oba, we want to see him, but we have written letters and we've never been given a date. Yes. We won't allow any cabal. We've reached 1.1 viewers. That is 1,100 viewers. When are you coming to Mexico City? Anytime you plan it, you know, we'll be anywhere. It's hurricane, man. It's coming somewhere near you. Yes, man. So what's your take? International bankers like World Bank, you know, we'll take them one at a time. You know, I have history that has to do with how I view the World Bank and the IMF. And my position is very clear. Some of their policies are injurious and dangerous to third world countries. They do it to render us as markets for people who are producing goods in the West. We have to earn our own respect by making sure that we put our houses in order, or we put our house in order on the continent of Africa, and we can call the bluff of any bank, whether it is World Bank or Diamond Bank. I don't care, as long as we put our house in order. If we are not stealing and there's no corruption in our system and we are building our infrastructure, we're sending our children to school. You know, Cuba did not have the support of the World Bank. Here they have great doctors, they have great schools. So what does that tell you? If you put your house in order, you may not need them. And if you need them, it will be on your own terms. When are you coming to Austria? Invite me, we'll come. Jehovah said you want to talk. Dubai is waiting for you. Anytime Dubai is ready. Dubai is just 6 hours from Lagos. We'll go to Dubai and we'll come back the next day itself. Thank you, Akinolani. Joy Prosper. Thank you. Dofraza County. Osede Wiseman. Andrew Lee. Hush Golly. Exactly. He's Osai. Thank you. Ayo. It's good to see you. Larry Oba. Ngozi Obi. How are you going to face the Biafran agitation? That's a good question. We've answered this several times. The people of Biafra, People in the southeast have been marginalized, and everybody knows that. And on top of that, they have been pouring salt on their injury by sending different operations down to the south instead of developing the place. When we went down southeast and asked what they want a just and fair society. They want social justice. We give it to them, they're part of us. You don't give it to them, you can't stop them from leaving Nigeria. That's the truth. Nobody can stop anybody from leaving Nigeria if Nigeria is not supporting their aspiration and providing a fair and just environment for them to live and thrive. That's what Biafra is about. It's a cry for justice, and justice we must give to the people of Biafra, or our brothers everywhere in Nigeria, whether they're in Biafra land or they are refugees or in IDPs in Adamawa, Taraba, or Benue. You have to just give justice to our people. Otherwise, as you know, and I used to say and I continue to say, a lot of Nigerians have mentally seceded from Nigeria. They just don't belong there anymore. Yes, they don't see Nigeria as a place that supports their aspiration for a better life. People are sending their children to school in places like Benin Republic, sending kids to school in Ghana, Togo, because Nigeria can't provide good schools for their kids. When are you coming to Warri in Delta? We're in Warri recently, but we'll come back. We'll do another tour nationwide. Thank you so much. And we want a Nigeria that works for everybody, whether you're from the southeast, south-south, southwest, northwest, north central, northeast. And we've been to all these places. Nigerians are unanimous. They want a country that is not led by lifeless leaders, because lifeless leaders will give you lifeless economy, lifeless education, lifeless hospitals, lifeless roads, right? Lifeless electricity, lifeless healthcare, lifeless agriculture, lifeless tourism, lifeless everything. That's what lifeless leadership is about. You cannot expect anything from lifelessness. You can't expect anything from, we can't expect nothing from nothing, and anything from nothing. That's what lifeless leadership is about. Take it back, people. When are you coming back to Detroit again? Detroit is our home now, our second home. Great shout out to Dotunde, Doshe, Pius, Bayo, Amechi, all those great guys in Detroit. Thank you so much. Eduardo, Tito Bossman, Ola John Wheeler, those retired armies, yes, they're retiring one more time. Umi Oluyinka, yes, you say you want to say something about reduction of political office holders. Just stop corruption. They don't even collect their salaries. Political office holders in Nigeria don't collect no salaries. They steal. That's what they do. We have to stop the stealing, and our country will be doing fine. But it's not enough to stop the stealing. You have to invest in our people. Lifeless is nothing. We're in an era of lifeless leadership. Yes. Adebola Bolale Esther, you join us. Kingsley Sowore is there. I didn't know that there's a Kingsley Sowore. Thank you, all of you. Daro Osa, great guy. He's working very hard. Larry Oba, what assurance people have? Empower. Oh, my goodness, you know what Empower is? It's the job for children of the poor. They don't send their children to do Empower, they send them to work at the Central Bank and NMPC. What is your take on CBN monetary policy? Is there a monetary policy at the Central Bank? Central Bank is just helping people to do currency swap, and you take dollars, you go and sell, and you give them back. I beg. We don't even have a central bank itself. What do we want to do about police force reform? SARS is out of the window. First day of office will ban SARS. And then we have to pay our police very well and reform the police. Our police need reform. I want to be able to get to be living in Nigeria where a policeman stops you, you can't bribe him. If you bribe him, you go to jail for bribery. And they do their job. If we have the right police force, we won't need soldiers helping us to fight Boko Haram, because 60% of what Boko Haram is doing, terrorists are doing in the country, Fulani has to do with lack of policing, proper policing. Somebody will kidnap somebody from Kaduna and drive the person to Warri. Police will be collecting 500 naira without asking what do you have in your trunk. That's the problem. We need a very disciplined, well-trained, well-remunerated police force, and we'll make it happen. What are the plans to assimilate Nigerians in diaspora back home? I want to tell you that the moment we get into office, the diasporans will be given the best opportunity that they've ever had in their life. But you can also bring diaspora home with hungry countrymen and women. Otherwise, they will tear you people into pieces, so that you know. So I don't want a situation where diasporans will feel like we have a special policy or special place for them. No, we're all coming back to Nigeria and making Nigeria work. We need your skills, we need your support, but we also know that you need security. You need at least some minimal conditions under which you feel comfortable in Nigeria. We'll create it. Yeah, I want to keep telling you guys, I don't know who Kabaka is or Donna Sage. Never met them before, and I hope you guys will appreciate that. So many of these things that you're hearing are probably not something I know about. Yes. So we'll be in Dallas on Friday. Yes, we'll be in Calgary on Saturday. We'll be back in Nigeria on September 4th, and we will make sure everybody is reached, and we'll keep pushing. We'll keep pushing. So we're at 1.1K. That is 1,100 people viewing us. When we started, we thought this was going to be 200K. 200 people viewing us, and we have been steady at 1.1 since we started. It just tells you something. People are listening, people are watching. We have serious followers all over the world, inside and outside of Nigeria. It's a global movement. It's global outreach. This is the reason they're afraid. That's why the police is always fidgety when they see us at Muritala Mohammed International Airport, or when they see us at the airport. They're fidgety. But we must also let you know that is not all policemen are against us. When we meet some of the policemen on the highway, they drop everything they are doing. They collect our posters. They even say, policemen know that, these ones, we know they collect bribe from them. These ones are these are real people, right? Real people. Real people. So sometimes it's not all policemen that are against us. We've met amazing policemen who said, look, we'll be watching you guys, we'll be following you guys. We really want you to become the president of Nigeria. We want your party to come to power. Our party is African Action Congress. AAC is what it's called. And our slogan is take it back. When you say take it back, you say action. So it's not all of them. We have amazing supporters. When we went to Lafayette, we were stopped by, road safety officials, policemen, say, oh, we know you guys now. I know the Sahara Reporters guy. So it would be wrong to say that all policemen have been against us. No, a lot of them are for us. A lot of people are for us across Nigeria. We just need you to keep spreading the message to everybody, your parents, your brothers, your sisters. Anybody that said they haven't heard about Sowore before, tell them for the first time, and they can't claim they haven't heard about it before. They have heard the good news, because this is the future right here. We are bringing Nigeria out of the doldrum. We are bringing life into that lifeless country, right? He said, can we have homes built for our retired leaders? Yes, we want to build houses for not only retired leaders, but all of our parents who are retired, who used to work in the railway, Nigeria Airways. We should not have a country where people die waiting for their retirement benefits. It's a crime against humanity. Nigerian youth, yes, let's do this together. Again, please, I appeal to all of you not to use our platform to fight personal battles, not necessary. We need to be friends. We need to join hands together to chase out our enemies. We can't afford to be our enemies, That's why I appeal to the people from our supporters in Edo to let us look into what is going on there. But I have told you, we don't have any member of our group that's called a chairman. No, we don't know of any chairman in Edo State. And we don't have any chairman of parties anywhere yet. We won't have until 22nd of September. And October 6th is our national convention. We have not chosen a place, but that's the date. We'll keep you updated. Is there, you can't vote if you're in diaspora right now. There's no diaspora voting, sadly. Otherwise, if there was diaspora voting, we would have won this election hands down by now. But when we come into office next year, we will approve of diaspora voting. I even advise INEC to have at least the embassies register people to vote so that they can go home and vote. But now, to go home and to vote, you have to travel home, wait for PVC, you know, before you can get your PVC and come back. But we have also seen a surge in people who are going home to register to vote. I know a lot of my friends, one of them just left a few days ago to go and register to vote, and they have contacted me that they got their TVCs, which is a temporary voter card. Yes. How prepare are you to deal with Buhari cabal? You know, it's not only Buhari cabal. We have been dealing with all the cabals from inception. Buhari cabal is, they're nobody. We're about to rout them out in the next election. So it's not about me. The way to get rid of the Buhari cabal is to vote out the lifeless presidency next year and put a lively president. Right? Is there anybody there who doesn't agree with us that we are lively? You know, we have life. We are full of life. Nigeria cannot continue to be governed by lifeless people. Lifeless. That's even an understatement. You know, you can see it all over Nigeria. But even as we are doing this, some Nigerians are insisting that we must commit our life to misery for another 4 years. You know yourselves. Why would you do this to yourself? You know, even self-hatred of any kind should not lead anybody to vote for Buhari for another 4 years. Buhari, like I keep saying, Buhari may not even know where he is. Maybe that time that he came to the US, maybe he didn't know that he was in the US. Who knows? Maybe he didn't know where he was. And this was the person who was signing documents on our behalf. He didn't even know what he was signing. Trump has confirmed it to us. Yes. So let's make sure we continue to fight to put life into our country. Thank you. We need to vote these guys out. That's what we're doing. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, our experiment this morning is done. I want to ask you to please stop by our GoFundMe account and support us. We don't have money. We have to admit that to you. You know, I always tell you this most difficult thing to ask is ask for money from people personally. But I have to do it. We don't have money. Our GoFundMe, please, if you can get to our GoFundMe account and donate to us. We have a lot of work to do. We have national convention. We have the state conventions to do. We have to get state offices. And if there are people who are not comfortable with donating money directly, you can fund each of the states. You can fund states. You know, each of the states are at least in need of ₦1 million to get an office rented. And so if you can pull your resources together, rent an office, buy one laptop, you know, used vehicle for the state, feel free to come. So if you, for example, you might want to fund just your state, you know how to give the money to us. Just let us know. We'll arrange for the state to get funded. So we have 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Already some people have donated properties to us in Nigeria. We have someone donate an office to us in Abuja. We have people who have branded their vehicles in our name and logo and the likeness of our image. We have a lot of things going on. Please, if you want to donate something to us, kindly do so. And you can also donate into our Zenith Bank account. That's for the Sowore presidential election. aspiration. But now our party AAC already has its own account as well, so you can also donate directly to the party's account. We'll make all this available to you as soon as possible. We need your help. We need your help to be able to withstand this evil. They've stolen enough to last them for their lifetime, and the only thing they have that we don't have right now is money. We have everything else. They don't have people anymore, but it's following them, but we don't have money. We don't have money, and we need money to do the work we are doing. You know, we need money to fuel our cars. You see how we travel. We need money to fuel our cars. We need money to sometimes buy food for our crew members. You know, and you guys have been doing amazing. We thank those of you who have donated to us, but please do not give up until we defeat the old gods. So if you want to donate to our, if you have a Naira account and you want to donate to us, you can always donate to our Zenith Bank account. If someone is there who can put out our Zenith Bank account number and our GoFundMe link, it's gofundme.com/Sowore2019. You can go in there and please give us a donation. We should be able to get your support. We're looking to get a donation of $2 million to fight these people. So far, we raised maybe close to $70,000. Highest amount of donation from crowdfunding in the history of Nigeria. We're transparently letting people know how much we collect. You can check that on GoFundMe, and you can also we'll screenshot our Zenith Bank account every month, so we'll screenshot it and send it to you very soon. I think this month we raised a little bit of money, maybe close to, I don't know, I won't say anything until I see it, but that's it. Yes, thank you. So yes, we need offices in 700 local government, that's true, but in reality, as a digital party, you don't always need an office. We can have virtual offices. We just need to make sure that our people are able to communicate and be agile. We're doing politics in a different way. You know, as you can see, we are not relying too much on the mainstream media to reach out to people. We rely more on you, So Ayo is putting up our GoFundMe link. Please click it and make a donation. Even if it's $5 or £5 or you know, or €5, you can donate. If you have 1,000 people donating €5, we have 1,000 people right now online. If all of you donate, you know, €5, you know how much that would do for us. Please make a donation, support us, and I'm still here. This is yes. So we really appreciate your support. What are you gonna do about refineries? Yes. I have always said it. Why would we be producing crude oil and we don't have refineries to refine them? That's what's killing us. You produce crude oil in your country, you take it to another country to refine, and then you import it back. Does that even make sense? So we have to fix the existing refineries and allow people in the private sector to build their own refineries. We are helping Dangote to build his own refineries by subsidizing his importation of you know, materials for it. Why can't Nigeria build a refinery too? So, or several refineries. It's not rocket science. It's even possible these days to have to buy just parts of refineries, take it and assemble them in your country within a short time. Nigeria don't get it right because we don't have leaders who can think. You know, lifeless leadership is the reason we are in the situation we are in today. Yeah. So yes, take it back, people. Take it back. If you have more questions, we'll be happy to answer your questions. We are seeing a drop in our viewership. I think, having done this, we went way past our expectation. Okay, you went back to, maybe we should do an experiment. Can we do up to 1,200 today? Let's see if we can push it. Can you share until we reach 1,200 views? 1,200 views. Can we share until we reach 1,200 views? I'm staying back here watching. I'm watching it dial. Yes. Continue to share until we reach 1,200 views. Man, this New York area is hotter than Nigeria today. You know, Nigeria is a lovely place. Great weather everywhere, you know. Yes. We're trying to reach 1,200 views. Olu Faloye, are you there? Can you help us push this? Work on security, health, road, airport. You've seen our agenda, yes, of course. So we're at 66,917 of 2 million goal realized as of this time. So we haven't even reached 70,000 yet. We need your help, please. Keep supporting us. 2K already. Have we reached 2K? We haven't reached 2. I see 1,100 here. Is it that I can't? Yeah. Wow, Olu said we've been 1,200 since. I'm seeing 1.1 here. So that's probably my, yes. Take it back. Bobby Banks, are you going to bring capital punishment to corrupt position like in China? Unfortunately, I don't believe in capital punishment, but there's enough punishment in our books and that we can devise to make people pay for their sins, yes. Against Nigerian people, especially corrupt officials. But I don't believe in capital punishment. I'm sorry. Take it back. Must laugh again. Yes, Nigerians must start laughing again. We have to bring the country. I mean, one of the most interesting things I have observed in traveling around Nigeria is how easily Nigeria could have been a great country. Because it's not a big country, and it's a country that got people who have good hearts. You know, people are nice. When we traveled everywhere, people were receptive to us. You know. But there's no integration, you know, the suffering that's happening, the way things are going on is what is keeping Nigerians all unhappy, you know, and grumpy and sometimes aggressive. It's all about how to survive. But when you really travel around in Nigeria, you see the vegetation. We went to some places and you see the hills that are rolling into the skies. And, you know, it's just wonder. You see, everything is there already. You just need... You know, Nigeria is all the raw materials for greatness are all over staring you in the face. But you don't have leaders who are innovative enough, who are honest enough, who are focused enough to put all these things together, who are selfless enough to put all these things together and just make Nigeria. Otherwise, you will have no business traveling out of Nigeria. Nigeria is, you know, is paradise turned upside down. When you look at the natural environment, when you travel around in places like Plateau State, you travel in Taraba, you know, like the land between Taraba, I mean between Adamawa and Taraba, Yola and Jalingo, to your right is just rolling hills and lush green vegetation of, you know, shrubs, you know, savanna, and to your left you see lakes, you see rivers, and you're like, wow, what a great country wasted by wicked leaders, you know. So imagine if we just start getting it right. We start getting it right. So many of the problems we have, even some of these ethnic divisions, you know, killings and disharmony, will go away with great leadership, with integration and progress. They'll go away. Yes. Thank you, digital. Everybody's like lifeless leadership. Lifeless leadership, yes. Oh, somebody asked me if Buhari will hand over. You have no option. Buhari is not the first person who's got that sense of entitlement that they will hand over after election. They will be surprised. Nigeria is changing, you know. They are still living in la la land. They are living in denial, but the country is ready to move on. Yes, those hills will be good for turbines, electricity. You know, you go to the north, you go to the northern parts, you can just construct solar farms everywhere. In 3 years, we'll be selling electricity to everybody who is willing to buy. You know, it's just there, man. It's a country that's wasting away because it's got no leaders, and because we like to put up with mediocres. Mediocrity is something we should get rid of. I have nothing to do with appoint and elect leaders who know what they're doing, who are selfless, who are willing to offer themselves as sacrifice to the people if necessary, who are willing to go to any extent to fight for their own people. Nigeria will be a great country. Great, fantastic country, and you find some of the most fantastic people inside of Nigeria. But the socio-economic conditions right now in Nigeria has made people to become something else. Yeah. Theresa May visits, who cares? You know, they have Brexit problems and they're visiting everywhere. We need to fix our own exits, you know. So yes, divine equipment, you said, can you answer your question? Ask your question again. Berekete family, somebody said we're in touch with them. Actually, we've reached out to them, thank you. And we'll be appearing there as soon as we finalize the conversation. Thank you, Daro. Yes, it's true. They made Nigerians poor so that they can bribe them, you know. So some people are making offers to make donations, and they're asking that, you know, they want people to match their donations. Can we do that for a bit? Where do I have your permission to do a matching donation? I don't want to sound like some of those pastors that you talk about, you know. You know, somebody said he's donating $500. He wants other people to match him. You know, can we have a situation where some of you can just help donate with that person? Yes. Yes. Donate either to our account in Nigeria or to our GoFundMe account. Can we have a situation where we can all work together to make our donation reach $70,000 today? $70,000. We are 66,197 right now. So with less than that's like actually about 3,000 something. So can you help us donate to our GoFundMe so that we can reach $70,000 today? $70,000 today on GoFundMe. You know. The account number is 100, the one for Nigeria is 100 602 3871. 100 602 3871. That's our Zenith Bank account number in Nigeria. We're gonna make a donation into that. But otherwise, you can donate. I need 10 more people to join me in donating 500. This is Sammy Ajilore speaking. Sammy, can you tell how you are donating? Are you donating to GoFundMe or are you donating to a Zenith Bank account so that people will know where to find you? Yes, they said the Prime Minister of UK said Nigeria is home to poorest people in the world. She's not lying. But it is because they keep forcing on Nigeria lifeless president. Yes. Yes, yeah, of course. No policeman will be allowed to lay hands on citizens or torture people under our government. Mosquito campaign. I think I heard about mosquito campaign before. You'll be stepping down as chairman after you become a presidential candidate. Of course. It's a Democratic Party. I don't want to be chairman and presidential candidate at the same time. My position as chairman is pro-time because we had to register a party because we couldn't find any party willing to take our aspirations. So we're here doing two things right now. One is to try and reach 1,200 viewers. 1,200 viewers. So share. The other is to make a donation that could help us to reach $70,000 on GoFundMe today. That's just, if we have, you know, how much you need? Maybe 100 people, 40 people donating 100 each. We'll reach that goal easily. 40 people donating $100 each. And we have 1,100 people on here. And in Nigeria, if we're watching, you can donate 100 naira. If we have 1,000 people donating 100 naira. We'll get there. Yes, GoFundMe can be posted on the group. Please, can someone post our GoFundMe account on the group so that people can share it? Please do help us share our GoFundMe account extensively on your group. Mosquito campaign, said, taking to the grassroots. We are very grounded in grassroots. You saw some pictures from Badagry. You know, you've seen pictures from the southeast. We have a lot of students who are part of this campaign. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Yeah. Alex Brown. I replied to this. I don't know who is Tony Kabaka, and we are a national and international organization. So let's make sure we support this endeavor. We're not going to we can't defeat Godfathers and create our own Godfathers. It's not acceptable. We want a country where everybody is free to partake and participate in the political process, and that we don't have special candidates or special people on our team or people we call stakeholders. That's not what we want. All right? Take it back, people. Take it back. To donate from Germany, I think, are you saying that you cannot donate through GoFundMe from Germany? I think you can donate through GoFundMe in Germany. But in case you want to donate to a local group in Germany, you can inbox me. I'll give you the contact person for Germany so you can make a donation. Again, you don't have to all the time donate money to us. If you have posters, you want to fund posters, you want to fund. That's part of how we raise the support that has kept us going. We've been doing so well because of your support. And this is one party that is enjoying the support of ordinary people like you, because we don't have Godfathers. Yes. We are not leaving corrupt leaders free without justice. We'll take justice to every one of them. We have defeated Godfathers already. We've shown how good we can at defeating them by the way we have conducted our campaigns recently. Nobody, and I say nobody, has campaigned the way we have done. Nobody has ever been so creative with little more, no money, reached the level that we've reached. Yeah, I just seen a donation from Esther Titilayo Ogunjimi coming in. Thank you so much, Esther. That's on GoFundMe. Thank you so much. You can also use Word Remit to donate to us. If you have a Word Remit account or you have Boss, I think it's Boss Money, and any local, wherever you might find yourself, you can use a money transfer system that goes directly into accounts to donate to our Zenith Bank account. That Zenith Bank account is 100-602-3871. 100-602-3871. Thank you. We work with everybody, Josh, anybody that's willing to work with us to make a better Nigeria possible. Titilayo, thank you so much. Just donated $200 to us through GoFundMe. Thank you so much. How are you going to make Nigeria clean and green? Oh my God. You know, I'm an environmentalist. I come from an environmental background. I love green. And what we need to do is just to go in there and clean up Nigeria and make sure that everywhere is green. You know, Nigeria is already green. It just needs to be structured as a green space. It's a green country. I'll tell you that. I've traveled around a lot recently. I have to tell you, I have never seen Nigeria the way I saw it. I've seen it in the last 6 months, my entire life. And I have to be grateful to all of you for making that possible, for making me see Nigeria the way I've never seen it. But those of you who took out time to come see us at those town hall meetings, those of you who organized the meetings we had, provided us food, provided us shelter, in Nigeria. It's a great country, and I'm not saying it for the sake of just mouthing it, but it's a great country, but it needs to attain that greatness through proper leadership, not lifeless leadership. Yes. So you can use Word Remit to send money to us. You can use any money transfer system that goes into a bank account. You can use in case you can't use GoFundMe, right? Jude Charity kept saying address the Tony Kabaka issue. I've addressed this when I started the broadcast, and I've addressed it several times. We don't know any Tony Kabaka at Take It Back or at AAC. I have been asking our people on the ground in Edo State to let me know what's going on. Nobody has told me anything about that. I've been in Edo State twice, and it was broadcast live. I don't think I was with anybody known as Tony Kabaka or Osage. No, I don't. You know, it's not possible that I've met a lot of people. Honorable Abimbola, thank you. Luciano, can people in diaspora vote? No. Unfortunately, they have denied the people of diaspora the right to vote. All right. People want to register as AAC. We are going to release names of places where you can register as AAC members. But you can also register online, which is very easy if you have access to a computer. Antonin Dikau just donated to the campaign through GoFundMe. Thank you so much. I have not received the exact amount donated, but I see something pop up saying that you sent a donation. Thank you so much. So if you're there, please donate to us through GoFundMe and also through our account in Nigeria. This is our best bets. This is our best chance to defeat the old Gads. All right. We've done another, almost, I was going to stop some 25 minutes ago, but I'll take another 5 minutes so we can take questions. And from there, we'll take a break. And I will be back with you later. Maybe sometimes today or tomorrow, we'll try and do a daily broadcast while still here to answer your questions and to address some of the issues. We want to fundraise. And fundraising means that we reach out to you and you also respond to us. Make sure we're all working together to rescue Nigeria. So Nigeria must be rescued by everybody. We have to join hands together to rescue Nigeria. So BBA Backstage just donated to Zenith Bank. So Antonin Dikau donated $100. Thank you. I just got the notification of the exact amount. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you. We'll be going to campuses very soon. You trust. If you be careful what you ask for. Anywhere you ask us to go, we'll go. You know that. Yeah. Wow, you have a camper in Edo State. You want to give it to us? Please, let's put you in touch with our person. That would be fantastic. You have donation of, space, cars, computers, cell phones. We will be happy to. We need all of this so that we can put our field officers well connected with the rest of the country. Oh, you donated £100. Thank you. Somebody promised £100 over there. So thank you so much. Be in bed with transport unions. We're talking to some of them. Thank you. So in another, yeah, 3 minutes we'll be closing this broadcast. So if you have any questions, you have any comments, you have any suggestions, we'll be happy to take it. Take it back, people. Thank you so much for such a lively, I said, lively, lively interaction and engagement today. I love your questions. I appreciate it. And again, we are appealing to our people in the state to iron out their differences and make sure that we have a solid ground in Edo State. We have great support there. We don't want to lose it. And we want to make sure that we have the right people in the right places everywhere around the world. But we urge you not to allow yourselves to be distracted. There's a lot of work to do. Our biggest enemies are out there looting our treasuries right now, and we have to take it back from them. Yeah. Nigeria must be free. Yes. So I will be wrapping up by greeting people who I'm saying I see Oladunjoye Felix, thank you. Olusegun Abiodun, Samuel Dada, Engineer Olusegun Opanuga, Abolanle Abosede Adegbeko, Omorodion, Godfrey Forward, Touch Not Ehiz, Kolade Benson, Kola, good to see you there. Christopher Walker, thank you. Stephanie Sinota, thank you. Voice of Nigerians Abroad, Bona, thank you. Continue to share as I'm greeting Naomi Emevald. Is it possible for international you have to have a voter's card? Ifi Chegwe, good to see you, Ifi. Yes. Rosemary Iranian Mesigo, Martins Weeze, Sam Agilore, thank you. You started that whole conversation about donating, and we've seen some donations come in right away. D Money said, the celebrities, we are the new celebrities. We don't want to waste our time talking about celebrities. If celebrities like, let them follow us. If they don't, let them follow whom they want to. It's a free world. We'll make celebrity out of the new order. Everybody will become a celebrity. This is a time for the child of nobody to become somebody without knowing anybody. I have donated £50. Wow, thank you. Take it back, try to take Nigeria back. Yes, thank you.